So this is a video showing an Apple quoted repair at $1,600. This customer spilled some liquid on their motherboard, on their keyboard I should say, and this is the damage that we can see on the motherboard. So the laptop wouldn't turn on after this. So the customer, they heard that we do things like this and we repair things that other shops won't fix. So we're going to take a look at seeing if we can replace any damaged components, possibly fix any resistors, capacitors, chips that may have burned throughout this. So we're going to get started and see how this repair will go. So I missed the part where we clean, but nonetheless we used isopropyl alcohol, cleaned off all the components. We tested each component on the motherboard one by one. We tested all the resistors and capacitors. We made sure all the corrosion was gone. Basically, for this one, we didn't go with the ultrasonic clean. The damage seemed to be pretty isolated just to a few certain spots that we saw in the previous video. So now we're going through the reassembly. So we're going to take a little pause here. We just connected all the cables. I didn't put any shields yet on everything. So just the cables will be enough to test to see if it turns on, see if it's going to overheat, see if there's any errors. So let's plug this in and see what happens. A moment of truth. We have an Apple logo. It's great news, but now we need to see what's going to happen next. Didn't notice this before, but we can see where most of the liquid probably made it into the laptop. Anyway, let's enter the customer's password. And we are in. Battery shows 1%, which is fine. Battery, at least it's showing charging. So we're going to continue to look at this for a while, do some performance tests, check the temperatures inside, and see how it goes. All right, everything tested out perfectly. So now we will go through and put on every single shield, cover, and screw back into the laptop. Reassembling this MacBook is not the most difficult thing in the world, but there are tons of ribbon cables. So if you're reassembling or disassembling one of these MacBooks, just make sure that you know where every single ribbon cable is, every single shield goes. They have to be in the perfect order. So take a look at this video in slow motion if you wanted to see how I did it. Otherwise, just before you start putting any screws in or any shields in, make sure that every single ribbon cable is not tucked under the motherboard. All right, so we're going to talk about the moral of this story for you and for you to share the message. When you get liquid on your electronics, your laptops, your cell phones, whatever, just please stop putting them in rice thinking that's going to fix something. This laptop, for example, if she would have put it in rice, I would say give or take about 3.5 years, maybe 4 years, maybe 5 years in rice. Maybe it would have dried out the liquid. So just stop. Tell your friends not to put their things in rice. So the technical story here, the technical lesson to learn is that liquid cannot in any possible way damage electronics. It is impossible for liquid alone to damage a laptop or a cell phone. So liquid plus electricity is what causes damage. So we looked at the little components that were corroding and heating up, and they did not get damaged in this case because she took it in for repair soon enough. If she didn't and kept trying, put it in rice, or just wait a day and then try again, then wait another day, then try again, or just charge it, keep trying. Those little components, the ones that are the size of a hair, they would have just gotten hotter and hotter and hotter until they fried. And then, yes, then it becomes extremely difficult to repair. If not, unrealistic. It doesn't make sense anymore to repair it. It would just cost too much, and then you'd have to go with the Apple quote of $1,600. So, as I said, liquid cannot damage electronics. When you keep trying to turn it on, once it goes into liquid, that's what damages electronics. So spread the word, save your money. Don't just succumb to having a little bit of liquid on your device and automatically you have to buy a new one. If you get liquid on a device, don't try to turn it on, not even once. I know it's really tempting to say, well, maybe the liquid didn't make it too far inside. It's really tempting. I would say just don't do it. You can only do harm. That's it.